sei di me. Sei la luce dei miei occhi, mi rifletto dentro te. Sei nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai. Questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Come il mantello sei, col tuo amore tu sai. Mi avvolge Dio, non temo niente oramai. Dolce amore mio, il segreto tu sei, che mi fa vivere. Amore sei tu, che come un vento mi soffi nell'anima. Questa vita che vivo per te. Se respiro della vita, all'altra parte sei di me. Sei la luce dei miei occhi, mi rifletto dentro te. Sei nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai. Questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. E se guardo nei tuoi occhi vedo i sogni che farò. Ogni volta in questo abbraccio morirei. Mille volte amore ancora, mi innamorerò, lo so, sempre più. Io di te. Se respiro della vita, l'altra parte sei di me. Sei la luce dei miei occhi, mi rifletto dentro te. Sei nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai. Questa vita si riaccende. Se respiro della vita, l'altra parte sei di me. Sei la luce, mi rifletto dentro te. Sei nel corpo la mia pelle, se mi stringi forte sai. Questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Se respiro. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, long winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everybody and welcome, I should say salve a tutti, benvenuti. Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas, a little bit later than 2 p.m. I see many of you appearing over there. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I am Venetians, I'm Italian, but I'm in Las Vegas. So if you're watching for the first time, please let us know where are you watching from. I know it's 2 p.m. for us here on the west coast of the United States. For all the people on the East Coast, of course, New York, New Jersey, and that side of the world where I lived for 11 years, by the way. I know it's 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Many of you are also watching from Europe, dall'Italia, dalla Francia, dalla Spagna, dall'Inghilterra, and I know there it's, of course, 11 at night. Actually, England and Ireland, we always have some friends watching from there, and they are always gone an hour behind, so it's 22 at night. And buongiorno, good morning. Buongiorno in sign language to all the people that are watching from Australia. Buongiorno. I know it's either 5 in the morning or 7 in the morning, very early in the morning. So how is everybody doing? I see a lot of people of my circle of love appearing on the chat. I've been doing this, if you are watching for the first time, for a year, more than a year and a half. I started actually March 18 last year when something called COVID started, and I think this is the sign in sign language for COVID, if I remember. It's a new sign that they have to make for deaf people. We do here the Giada Live always deaf awareness, because I think it's very important since we are wearing masks. Deaf people already had difficulty to understand us. And I was made aware by my friend Diane that people that are deaf, they could not communicate with their voice and they could not read our lips. So I started actually last year to do some sign language, American Sign Language, spelling words. And if you have been with me, you know I am a singer and a songwriter in sign language. This is the sign for music, and this is a person always. So I've been a singer and songwriter, and every Saturday for months and months, I was also Giada, the chef, because I have told you how to make many of my favorite recipe, and the motto was, if I can do, everybody can cook. And I know many of you are missing my cooking Saturday. I miss them myself, you know. Every time I'm in my kitchen cooking, like today, I'm like, oh, I wish my circle of love was there in the kitchen with me. I will at a certain point pick it up again, so forgive me if I know many of you are Janet. I see Janet, you may say, I miss so much your cooking. I know, I love to cook, and it was something I really love to cook. So you'll learn a lot of sign language also for cooking. Remember, you know, spaghetti, meat, eggs, you know, all the sign language. And today actually I'm going to be teaching you some more sign language. I've been teaching you the alphabet, so we're going to do in a little second the alphabet, and of course I'm going to teach you also some Italian. Vi insegno anche un po' di italiano. Before I start to sing, just before I was starting, do you see my outfit? My outfit looks like a pajama, right? This is an outfit comes from a store called Zara, which is Spanish, but is existing all over. And it's funny how if you go shopping right now after COVID, or let's say we're still in the middle of COVID, all the fashion, they look like pajama. I wonder, this would be like a nice pajama thing, but actually it's meant to be wear with white pants or creamy pants like I do. But it really looks like a pajama. Mamma, se mi stai guardando, I have to translate for my mother, because tomorrow she will comment like, were you wearing a pajama with some necklace? No, so mamma, stavo dicendo che durante il Covid la moda è cambiata. La moda è cambiata perché adesso tutti gli abiti sembrano pigiami, ma forse siamo tutti a casa, quindi per questo che la moda è cambiata. I said that maybe fashion has changed into pajama kind of look-alike outfit, because we are most of all still spending most of our time at home. But things are slowly moving forward. So this is not a pajama, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Zara bag, a Zara blouse. Zara blouse. Tell me, JJ. JJ is saying that I need to put my microphone straight. So if you've been following the Jala Live, you know that behind the camera here in my office in Las Vegas, there is JJ. I know many of you know JJ is there, and he's the guy that is the love of my life, my manager, my everything. And he's also the sound engineer and the cameraman and the sound technicals and everything. And even the orchestra leader, because he's the one that always starts the music when I sing for you. Today I'll start right away in a second to sing an Italian song for you, and then we're gonna have some fun. And I see people appearing here from Montreal, Canada. Welcome, Canada. Like we say en français, la Canada. We say of Australia, 7 a.m. And we have also Brazil. Ta ta ra ra la 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 la. We have New Hampshire, and the USA, yes, East. And then we have Huntington, West Virginia, ma sono nata a Venezia. Benvenuta anche a te. Then we have New York City. Then we have, let me see. Then we have a lot of Vegas people I see of my circle of love. And what else do I have? I see even Pittsburgh. I see Switzerland. Actually, I was talking about JJ. Where in Switzerland are you from? Because I see Vanessa, she's from Switzerland. Because me and JJ, I am Italian, JJ is Dutch from Amsterdam, and we met in Adelboden in Switzerland, because I was singing for many years during my college year when I was studying the winter months. I was going to Switzerland, so I sang all over in Switzerland, and I met JJ in Adelboden. So Zurich, I've been in Zurich too. How nice. I love big city. And I see also some people appearing from Georgia, Sarah from Georgia, New Jersey. We love Jersey people here. And I see also Orlando, Florida. I love her. I miss Florida. I'm going to tell you a little bit. I have a friend that I saw last week that was coming from Miami, Florida. I see also Montreal, Canada. I see Tesling in California. Tracy, where is that place? It's near Los Angeles. I've never been there. And I'm coming to California. I'm going to tell you in a second for an open air concert. So I don't know if where you are, Tracy, is close to where I'm going to be performing at Redland Bowls. So with an orchestra over there. We're doing the opening season on June the 25th. So I'm wondering if that's near to you. Maybe we can meet each other. It's going to be the first concert with an audience. So if everybody will come to the Redland Bowl, like they think that after the 15th of this month, California will open to 100%, I will be able to have all the 5,000 people at the Redland Bowl in front of me, which will be spectacular. Anyway, welcome to everybody that is watching. Yes, only the people that I can see are watching either for Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Please like, subscribe, and follow me my page if you're here for the first time. I love to stay in contact with you all the time, and you can see all the insanity that is going on in my life. And I also want to say benvenuti a tutti gli amici che ci guardano dalla pagina di Italia Living. Welcome to all the friends that are watching today from the Italian Living page of my dear friend Richard Micheli. Thank you for being here with me. If you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome. I hope it's not going to be your last time. And many of you always ask, what is the opening music? This is one of my original songs that you've heard. It's called Il Respiro. And you can always find my music on Apple Music, Amazon, and Spotify. So let's start right away before I talk a little bit more what's going on here in Las Vegas with an Italian song. How many of you love Italian music? I hope each and every one of you. I love to sing in many languages. I speak 5 and I sing in even more languages, but I do love, of course, to sing in Italian. This is a song, the title is Mi Sono Innamorata Di Te. Was written by, which means translated in English, I always forget, I fell in love with you because. It's a song written by Luigi Tenco, was published in Italy in 1962. And a few years later, the song was also translated, not translated, made it for a woman, was originally Mi Sono Innamoratto Di Te, which is for a man. Luigi Tenco recorded himself. And in 1969, Ornella Vanoni, if you guys are Italian, you love Ornella Vanoni like I do. He's one of the greatest singers of Italy. In 1965, Tenco wrote the feminine version of the lyrics, and she had a big hit with the song Mi Sono Innamorata Di Te. So I fell in love with you. And basically, if you don't speak Italian, it's very beautiful poetic lyrics like Luigi Tenco always was. And bottom line, he said, I fell in love with you because I didn't have nothing to do. Until the moment he fell in love so deeply that now even at night, he wish he had never fallen in love, because during the day he's looking for her, at night he's dreaming about her. So when you fell in love, it's a full immersion. There's no way to get in or out. You're just there, and your heart is going to be like trapped into love, but there is no trap as beautiful as love. So here is Luigi Tenco, Mi Sono Innamorata Di Te. And welcome, benvenuti a tutti. Welcome. Mi sono innamorata di te perché non avevo niente da fare il giorno, volevo qualcuno da incontrare la notte, volevo qualcosa da sognare. Mi sono innamorata di te perché non potevo più stare sola il giorno, volevo parlare dei miei sogni la notte, parlare d'amore. Adesso che avrei mille cose da fare, io sento i miei sogni svanire, non so più pensare a nient'altro che a te. Mi sono innamorata di te e adesso
non so neppure io cosa fare il giorno, mi pento d'averti incontrato la notte, ti vengo a cercare. Mi sono innamorata di te, adesso io non so più cosa fare il giorno, mi pento di averti incontrato la notte, ti vengo a cercare. Luigi Tenco in 1962 he wrote this song, Mi sono innamorata di te, but he has written so many beautiful songs like Vedrai, vedrai, vedrai che cambierà. One at the time I always try to bring to America all this beautiful music that unless you are Italian, you have never heard of it. I don't know how many of you, even if you are of Italian heritage, I see many of you with Italian names, how many of you have heard this kind of music? When I was filming actually my PBS special from Venice with Love a few years back, of course I was singing all these love songs from 60s, 70s, the 80s that everybody knew, but there was one song that I did in my PBS special of Gino Paoli, E mi innamorerai. Not many people knew, and I remember when I was singing that song and decided to put in that on the PBS special, many people were like, people will not know the song, and it ended up that my audience, American audience, fell in love with that song, and so I always try to make cross the ocean to bring to the United States, and wherever I go, in matter of fact, with my music, to bring the beauty of the Italian music that never made it somehow. Gino Paoli, nobody knows Gino Paoli unless they are really first generations Italians, and he has written some amazing song. I Know You of the Circle of Love. Every Sunday, by the way, which is tomorrow, I do this private concert on my Patreon page. I see many people here for the first time, so should you wanted to join us, it's tomorrow on, it's a live streaming on Patreon at 2 p.m. You can watch live, of course, if you want me to mention your name and see it everything live, or you can always subscribe and then watch up when you want, the day after, the same night, wherever you want, halfway. I see all of you tomorrow, and I hope to see some new one. You can start by subscription with $1. And you can do whatever you are in the world. We have actually people from all over the world with us. So tomorrow at 2 p.m., I don't know yet what I will be singing, but every Sunday I've been singing. I say we have been. You have been there listening. I have been singing for you all kind of songs I've never sang before COVID. I've learned so many songs. You were suggesting songs to me, and we have done team episode like a tribute to Dolly Parton, and it was such a joy to sing Dolly Parton music. We have done the Elvis Presley. We have done memorial concert, our private own memorial concert 2 weeks ago. So every Sunday. So tomorrow no team whatsoever, just love songs randomly from 60, 70, 80 until, and I always love also to sing some of my original. I don't know, many of you are watching soccer. Right now there is the Euro Cup happening for the one of you that you watch soccer. I love soccer because a few years back while I was living in Europe, I had the honor to perform during the intermissions of soccer, and I fell in love with the sport of soccer. This morning was a very sad moment on television. If you've been watching, there was Denmark playing against Finland. I don't know how many of you watch this morning, but if you saw it, I'm sure your heart stopped like mine, because Christian Eriksen, the player of Denmark, there you see the pictures that I think would be history of soccer. He was just basically by himself walking on the side of the field, and he fell on the ground, and you could see right away when the camera went close to his face there was something very bad. He had his heart stopped.
his heart stopped, and I had the feeling that we were watching for 10 minutes, but I've been told that was only 1 minute and 40 seconds. They came to help him. The team of Finland and Denmark, they were all crying. The referees, we were really, the world stood still. I was just watching television. I couldn't believe that this young player of only 29 years old was standing still there. His heart had stopped, and you could see from his face, and they tried to revive him for I had the feeling there was an eternity, but apparently it was just 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we couldn't see if it was moving. So we thought that, I was praying myself, and I thought maybe he's gone. But thank God, we were all glued to the television. And a few minutes later, when they took him out of the field with the paramedics, they put it right away, a picture circulating where Eric was having the eyes open and he has his hand on his forehead. So now, as far as we know, they have said that he's doing better, he's in stable conditions, and it's doing better. For all of one of you that love soccer, just like me, of course, Christian he plays now for Denmark because he's Danish. There he is, and some young man of 29. But he plays right now with Inter Milan in Italy. But he has played with Ajax and he has played with Tottenham. So he actually is wearing the Ajax T-shirt. And JJ is from Amsterdam. Ajax is from there. Look, he was even younger then, but it looks like he's doing better. So the whole world stood in. The whole Euro Cup didn't know what to do because this has never happened. This happened on the 43rd minutes of the match. If you're familiar with soccer, there are 2 times 45 minutes. So at 43 minutes, this happened. They stopped the game, and I think they regained the game a couple of hours later when the players knew that he was in stable conditions. Let's pray and hope that Christian will be okay. His girlfriend was in the stadium. She was, of course, as you can imagine, like we all were, crying, and I can only imagine what was for this family. But thank God, thank you God, Christian is doing better. For the rest, guys, if you're watching, and I see also Gina, she said one of the songs you like is Il Mondo. Il Mondo, that's a beautiful song too. There's so many, but Il Mondo crossed the oceans because there's been so many singers that have recorded songs, but there are so many songs, guys, that never made it. I don't know, they never crossed the ocean, so I don't know why nobody knows those songs, but I do my best, to perform them all. And I see we even have somebody from Japan. Welcome, Japan. The person watching from Japan, what time is in Japan right now? It's 2 p.m. to 2:20 now here in Las Vegas. What time is in Japan? We all want to know what time is in Japan. I don't know that. And so was a spectacular week. Last week, for the one of you of my circle of love that watch Giada live all the time, last Saturday, there was no Giada live. And actually, that was really crazy because I've been doing this for 100 days straight every day, and then 3 times a week. And now I go on 1 time a week, and then on Sunday on my Patreon page. So I wasn't there. Many of you, of course, knew last week was a magical week for me. I'm recording finally a Christmas album, and it's a dream coming true because I've been doing Christmas concert, The Love Under the Christmas Tree, for so many years. And for many years, all my fans were saying, when are you going to do a Christmas album? It's happening. So last weekend, a dream came true. I was the first person to reopen a Capitol Studio, the famous Capitol Studios in Los Angeles. That's a picture of my A team, because all the people in the picture, I think altogether they may have more than 40 Grammy, and I don't know how many Grammy nominations. Greg Field, the white hair with glasses, is the producer. Of course, he has 8 Grammy himself. Next to him, of course, standing on the back, you can see Anthony Wilson is the guitar player is amazing, of Diana Krall. Then Nathan is next to him, the big smile man. He's one of the most recorded bass player in the world. Then you see Don Murray standing next to him, is a Grammy winner engineer. Standing, we almost don't see the head, is Tariq Akouni, is the musical director of Joss Groban, amazing musicians and human being and guitar player. And sitting next to me, you see Shelley Bear, which is the dean of the Music School of Miami, Florida, for the one of you watching from Florida. And he's also been involved with so many records, Grammy winning records, and he plays a lot. He's the musical director often of the one and only Gloria Estefan. So at Capitol Records, Capitol Studios last Friday was a dream come true. We play all these 11 actually. We recorded in 12 hours 11 Christmas classic. I call it Christmas classic, even the one that are new that you guys don't know yet. What hopefully will become Christmas classic. Classic project is not finished. Of course, we just did what they call the rhythm section, so the two guitars, bass, drums, and piano and vocals. And in 2 weeks, we are flying to Europe. Another story, we're going to London because basically I will be having the strings recorded at Abbey Road Studios with the Royal Philharmonic at the Abbey Road Studio. I say that will happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be in the studio. The original plan was for me to fly to London. So I'm going to Europe in 2 weeks, which is happening, to see my family and to go to Holland, Italy and Holland. And then the plan was to go to London July the 4th and record in the middle of the Royal Philharmonic the vocals for the Christmas album. It looks like we're going to hear tomorrow from the Prime Minister of England if we as citizens of the world can get into the United Kingdom. They have apparently a lot of variations of this COVID and it's not safe for us to get into the country. So it looks like United Kingdom has closed the border for people, even people vaccinated like all of us, just to be sure. So we are, hanging on a cable, as they say. Siamo attaccati il filo. I don't know actually if you attaccati il filo in Italiano. So translated in English, we are hanging on a cable. I don't know if it's an expression in English, but it gives you the pictures, right? We're hanging in there, and we don't know if we can stay there or if we can hang down. So we don't know if we can go to Abbey Road. In case I cannot go now, of course, I will be recording the string orchestra remotely, like everybody's been doing during COVID, and then in the fall when I'm going back to shoot some video clips and stuff like that, I will go back to London and meet the orchestra and make some pictures and everything over there. So guys, that was an amazing week last week for me, and I have a couple of busy schedule coming up. I will try to keep some of the Giada live because I know you guys have been my rock during this COVID, and I know I've been for the one of you that have been watching for a year and a half, I brought a lot of joy. You always thank me for that, and I'm always say joy is two-way. I brought joy to you, working hard for you, and you have brought a lot of joy to me. And I help each and I want to thank each and every one of you for being there, all the one that has supported in wherever way was possible for you. So guys, thank you so very much. And I'm so looking forward to go back to Italy. It's been more than 2 years, and in Holland to see my family. La mia mamma e il mio papà, my mother-in-law and the rest of the family in Holland. And of course, to keep the project will also be released in Europe. So I also going to have a lot of business meeting. And I'm looking forward, we were talking before because I saw some people from California having a return on stage June 25th at the Red Lamb Bowl. It's going to be magnificent, no need to say. I will be performing with an orchestra conducted by Maestro Frank Fetta, and it's going to be the opening in person of the summer season. I said, I made fun of myself. I said, I'm going to be the singer of opening and closing of special events, because I closed Las Vegas last year. My concert on March 14 last year was the last one in Las Vegas, and then they closed the Smith Center, our famous performing arts center. Then last Fridays, I reopened Capitol Studios because it was the first recording, and I'm going to be opening the summer season of the Red Lamb Bowls after COVID. So I'm going to be the singer of the opening and the closing. It's funny, right? So I do prefer opening than closing, but hey. So I'm going to be teaching you some Italian words, because this year and last year was not possible for me to take a group of fans to Italy with me. Every year I take a group of friends and fans to Italy just to see Italy with the eyes of somebody who was born and raised there. So it's happening next year, and Perillo Tour is all ready and excited. It looks like we're going to Italy together next year, April 12th until April 19th. You can go on giadavalenti.com and you can find all the information. I know many of you have already either bought the trip or just subscribe, because it's going to be a small group of the maximum of 60 people, and we will be together for 10 days going everywhere from Venice, where I was born and raised, of course. From Venice, that's me happy in Venice, but I'm happy everywhere. So we will go to Venice. We will be on those boats and around the Grand Canal. Then we will go, this is Burano, by the way, the one that JJ is showing now. We're also going to Burano, where they And this is a beautiful view of my Venice from the cruise boat. We also did a cruise boat with fans a few years back, and that's the view from a cruise boat of Venice. I've never seen it from that high, and was magnificent. And we will go also to Verona, of course, because it's the city of Giulietta and Romeo, and Shakespeare was inspired by Verona to write Romeo and Juliet. And we will go, of course, also to Florence, where you're gonna get a cooking class, wine tasting, and one concert. I will be doing a special intimate concert for all of you. And then we are gonna go into the Capitale d'Italia, the Italian capital. We are going down there. Yes, you see it. That's Il Vaticano, actually, in Rome. And we are gonna also go into Rome, and we're gonna see all the famous side of Rome, of course, and some special things, because I'm always say I like to show people parts of Italy that, sometimes tourists never get to see. You get to see all the famous side, but there is so much more in Italy. Every corner has a is romantic. Every corner is, especially Rome, is like an open air museum. Every corner you turn, you find some ruins, and then if you read the inscriptions, you see that the piece of whatever it is been there for millions of years. And I'm always like, my gosh, this is so special. And of course, Rome is built on top of the old Rome, and they say that only, I think, 20% of the old Rome is being raised up, because everything is built under Rome itself. So I think we are never going to be able to see what's under the ground. Maybe one day they're going to do it with some special effects. I don't know. But, I've done many episodes about Rome, and I cannot wait to take you to Rome, Venice, Verona, Florence, and to have, of course, we talked if you follow the Giada Live, we talk about the special food that we're going to have, the gelato, the pizza, the panini, the street foods, the restaurants food, because I'm always say, no matter what you eat in Italy, the cheap, the most expensive one, all the food is just great, because we pick it up from our garden and we bring it on our plate. That's when they ask me, what is the secret of the Italian food that tastes so great, I'm always say, it's fresh. There is nothing imported from Brazil. It's something that is produced on the back garden of the restaurant most of the time. Many restaurants has actually tomatoes and basils and stuff like that in their own garden. And some of them, the bigger one, even have animals. So even the meat and the mozzarella and everything is coming directly fresh. So in the morning they make it, and in the afternoon or at night we are gonna eat them. So it's gonna have a lot of fun. And because we're gonna go to Italy together, I decided a couple of months ago, if you remember, if you've been here with me, to teach you some Italians. So since we haven't been together for 2 weeks, I feel I can speak Italian to you with certain things. Like, for instance, I can say, ciao a tutti, come state? You know that means, come state means how are you, when you talk to a group of people. Like me, I'm talking to all of you. So when you go to Italy and you see a group of people, you can say, hey, ciao, come state? The answer, of course, you remember, if it's only one person and he's a dear friend of you, then you are going to say, come stai, because it's a personal way. Remember, Italian is more complicated. Here is all how are you, but it's come stai if he's a friend, a family member of somebody you know well, or come stai if you talk to a doctor, a policeman, or somebody old, for instance, and come state as a group of people. So I will say to you, come state, and if one of you was here with me, for instance, if Janet Sessa was in front of me, I never met her, but she's like a friend of mine, I'm going to say, Janet, come stai? Non come sta, because she is a young, beautiful lady, and I know her very well, or Diane herself. And she will be answering to me, bene, grazie, I'm doing well, thank you. Or, if I'm lucky, I hope, she's going to be answering to me that sto benissimo, come stai? And she will say, benissimo, which means very, 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 very great. So I hope you're going to say benissimo. Or maybe she had walked too much in Rome and the shoes are hurting their feet, and Janet will answer to me, così così, so and so, because my feet are hurting me, o mal di piedi. I will teach you all these things, because those are things that are going to happen. Every time when we go to Italy with a group of people, I'm always check the shoes of the people they have with me. For instance, in Rome, they have the cobblestone. So no high heels, ballerina shoes. I know in Italy you have to be fancy, but there are some ballerina shoes that are very elegant, and you can wear them in Rome, and you need to wear this kind of shoes because there's a lot of walking. If you are even as small as hill in this cobblestone, it will go inside, and after a couple of hours, if I ask you come stai, you're going to be answered to me così così, ho male I piedi, my feet are killing me. So I will educate everybody also about what to wear in which city. Somebody in Venice, Actually, also you need comfortable shoes. In Venice, actually, it's very important not only that you wear comfortable shoes, but that you wear shoes that are attached to your feet. Because in Venice there is a lot of walking, but also a lot of going in and out of boats. And I tell that for experience, because here back when I was filming for my PBS special, we had some behind the scenes footage that we were filming, and Ferragamo gave me these beautiful high heel shoes, which I knew was not good shoes to walk in Venice, but I thought that's a good pair of shoes to walk from the house into the boat. That shoes almost fell into the water because I had to make a big step. The boat moves a little bit, and the shoes was just like a nice open shoes, and the shoes of Ferragamo almost went into the water. Thank God didn't happen. I almost broke a leg not to lose the shoes. So I'm always saying in Venice, you need shoes that are attached to your feet. So like gym shoes or stuff like that. But we will talk about it. I will teach you how to prepare the suitcases wherever we are going. So when we are in Italy, of course, we are going to have a lot of greetings, and I teach you all the greetings a couple of weeks ago. Let's recap all the greetings. So it's early in the morning. We're going to meet each other. You're going to say to me, buongiorno, which is good morning. Good morning, it means buongiorno. Well, buon means good and giorno means day. Buongiorno, of course, afternoon. So after lunch, if we meet each other, you're going to tell to me, good afternoon, which is buon pomeriggio, where pomeriggio means afternoon. After 6 o'clock, when it gets dark, you're going to say to me, good evening, which means buonasera in Italiano, buonasera. And of course, if we see each other just before we go to our hotel rooms, we are going to say to each other, good night, which in Italian is buonanotte. So there you go. You can always go back and find all these cards and repeat them with you. I teach you also how to greet each other. You meet a person, of course, you're going to say nice to meet you, but piacere, but you also want to know, did we do piacere? By the way, when you meet a person, you say piacere, which is piacere di conoscerla if you really want to be super educated. But piacere di conoscerla is very difficult for Americans to say, so I'm always say to my people, just say piacere. So when you want to say nice to meet you to a person, you say piacere. And of course, like you would do in English, nice to meet you, piacere, and you're going to be good. Di conoscerla, if you really want to roll your R, try now. Piacere di conoscerla. Piacere di conoscerla. I know it's very difficult. That's why I say to all my people, piacere is more than fine. You meet somebody and you say piacere. Of course, the person that you say piacere, you may not know the name. Like I see Tony say buongiorno. It's not buongiorno, but buongiorno. You forgot an I, Tony Rizzo. So after you say buongiorno and piacere alla persona, maybe you want to ask them their name. So, come si dice, what's your name? Well, in Italian, you're going to say, come ti chiami? If he's an amico, you remember, somebody you know, a friend, come ti chiami? Come si chiama? If it's a man or a woman or elderly or somebody you don't know. So, come ti chiami or come si chiama. If it's a group of people, you have to say come vi chiamate. But let's go to one person. So, come ti chiami? Normally, I'm going to say in our group, we're all going to be friends with each other. So, you can ask to each other, come ti chiami? And of course, the answer will be mi chiamo. So, nel mio caso, come ti chiami? If you ask me come ti chiami, I will say mi chiamo Giada. So you can answer Janet. Janet, come ti chiami? Janet will say mi chiamo Janet. Oppure chi c'è con noi? Nicholas Acciardo will say Nicholas, come ti chiami? Tu mi dici mi chiamo Nicholas. Se sei in Italia dirai mi chiamo Nicola. Giusto? Nicholas, in Italia ti chiamano Nicola. So, of course, we are very polite in my group of people. All the people that always travel with me are very polite. And when somebody do something for you, what do you say in English? Thank you. In Italian, of course, it's going to be grazie. Grazie is thank you, and I also put some how to pronounce it. So, mi chiamo Antonio, bravo Antonio. Mi chiamo Antonio, Antonio Rizzo e sei. Grazie Antonio per avermi risposto. And Antonio will answer to me to my grazie. He will say nice, you're welcome, of nothing, of no problem. And in Italiano, we only have one expression, which is prego. And remember, prego is not like the sauce. It's the same word, actually, of prego, the tomato sauce, but means you're welcome. Here in America, for the one of you that are not in America, we have a brand for salsa di pomodoro for tomato sauce is called Prego. Is a brand that is called Prego, which means you're welcome. Of course, when we greet in the morning, so prego, grazie, and prego. And of course, when we are getting somewhere or we meet each other in the morning, we can say buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, buonanotte, buonasera. And when we leave, we can say ciao. Or if you want to be, you remember ciao, I told you the story, ciao called from Venetian, from my dialect actually. Ciao was actually, comes from Venetian ciavo, which were the slaves of Venice, that they were going down with their head to greet the important people, and they were saying to him ciao, which was schiavo, and ciao, that's where it comes from. But you can also, and you can hear a lot in Italy, you can hear also salve. Mostly when you go in and you say, hey, salve, come ti chiami? You can say, oh, ciao, come ti chiami? Or ciao, come stai? Or salve. So you learn a little bit of the basic of it. So I will teach you more because we are traveling actually next year in April 12th to 19th, right, JJ? Somebody was asking. Giada, così così. Why my high heels? Yeah, that's what Janet. I thought about you when I said così così because normally when I go to Italy with my people, sometimes I look at the shoes. Somebody doesn't listen to me about the shoes to wear, and when I ask a little bit, come va? Or come stai? They say, così così. My feet. And I'm like, I told you, te l'ho fatto, te l'ho detto. So no high heels, but I will educate everybody. We're not going to have shoes problem while in Italy. Of course, if you've been on my Giada live, you know also that something that is very dear to my heart, besides educating all my fans and teaching them my language, my Italian that I love, about my culture. If you've been with me, you know that I love to share everything and anything I know about Italy, the language, the culture, and everything I can find. Sometimes I don't even know those things myself. I just go into Google when I find stuff and I'm like, hey, I didn't know that, and I share it with you. I also love to teach you a signed language. Well, you know, you saw me at the beginning of the program, thanks to Diane, I said hello, 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 and welcome, which is the sign for welcome, is a kind of welcome in, and hello and welcome. And I've been teaching you since a couple of weeks also to the alphabet, the ABC, because I think it turns out very handy to me that Diane told me sign language. A few weeks back, I was in a restaurant, the noise was insane high, and I wanted to communicate with Sal, who was sitting in the front on my table, but just at the other side, and I wanted to tell something to him. And of course, I don't know all the sign language, but I do the basic of use, mostly the funny thing. And I was communicating a little bit with Sal, and I said, how great would it be if I knew the whole sign language? I can talk. Even if I'm, this is the sign for people that can speak. Even if I can speak, I love to learn sign language. I love to spell. So I teach you to spell a letter of the alphabet. So are you ready? I'm going to recap everything for you. We did 3 weeks ago the A, B, C. So you knew that letter A is your fist like this. Face it. So this is the letter A. Remember? Letter B is like this. You put your finger up, and this is the letter B. Then, of course, the easy one, letter C. Then, of course, last week I told you that, 2 weeks ago actually, I told you the letter D, which is, to make it easy, like Diane make for me, is, you see, is like the number one. This is the letter D. Diane's name is Diane. She always say, I am the number one. Then, of course, the E is like the A, but then with your wrist a little bit open. So this is the letter A. Then, of course, you have the F, which is like this. So the D is like this, the F is like that. This is F. And today I'm gonna teach you other 3 letters which are very important to spell my name. So this is the letter G. So you take 2 fingers like this and you turn them like this. This is the letter G. This is the letter H, is basically like this. And this is very easy, is the letter I. So now we know the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So the letter for today, this is the G, the letter G, this is the H, and this is the I, which would allow me to spell my name, because my name is Giada, which basically is G, I, A, D, and A. If you try to spell your name, probably if you have name with different letter, you're gonna see how difficult it is to coordinate your brain to your hands. So next time you see a deaf person talking and spelling, you will know how impressive, amazing that is, that they can talk with the hands like it's nothing. Because look at me, I'm pretty clever. To spell my name, I really have to think. So this is the G, this is the I, this is the A, this is the D, and I really have to think. And then of course, and then is the A again. But those people can spell their name like this. So we have to practice. But guys, I think it's very important because, I mean, to talk to the deaf, it's always been an important thing. And during COVID, with all our masks, it's being very tough for her. So I always so grateful to Diane Fiorentino for teaching me. Thank you. She said perfect. Now you are perfect because you make everything easy for me. If you've been following Giada live, she has been teaching me so much. When I was cooking in the kitchen, I could spell all the food it was in front of me. Now, right now, I only remember a few, but I mean, this was a sign for meat. And why I can remember that this was meat? Because she was like, imagine that this is your mouth and you are biting on a piece of meat. So I know that this is meat. She told me the eggs. I will remember forever eggs. What do we do when we take the eggs? We break them, right? So eggs, you take the eggs and you put another egg. Spaghetti is very easy. The spaghetti, they roll to each other. So she made it so easy for me. Salt, of course, because when you take the salt, there are many things she made easy for me to remember. So today, because we learned the letter until the I, of course, I can spell my name, Giada, but we can also spell, so this is the sign for deaf. But we can also spell it with words because we know now that, wait a second, this is the D. This is the D. This is the D. You see, I have to go myself. This is the D. This is the E. This is the A. And I see JJ. And this is the F. So we can spell deaf. Diane is so difficult. So this is the D. Remember the 4 fingers with this one down. So this is the D. This is the A. This is the A. Actually, you see, this is my problem. In italiano sarebbe D, E, A, F. In inglese is D, then is the E, then is the A, and then is the F. The F. I'm always a problem with this. And I have an anecdote to remember the difference between a D and the F, but I cannot share it with you. It has to do with President George Bush and another sign. Diane is laughing, I know. I can do that. But anyway, this is the D, the number 1, and this is the F. So D and F. So we can spell Giada, we can spell deaf. Very interesting, we can spell egg because this is the A and this is the G. So, but the eggs is written with 2 G. So Diane was explaining to me that if you watch next time, when you watch people spelling, when the words are spelling words and they have 2 letters, how do you spell a double letter? Do they do GG? Actually, they for instance, GG from eggs, this is the A, and they either slide, so this means 2G, or they just bounce them. So eggs, 1 egg, for instance, is an E and a G. You can either slide a G or do 2 like this. And the deaf people will know that is an egg. So now we can say in sign language, remember I told you, how are you? How are you, right? And then they can say very good, or very good, or so and so. But you can also say now, next time you see a deaf people, you can say hi, and you can say welcome, or you can even spell hi because it's I, H-I. So you do like this, you say, hey, welcome, and then you can say to them, this is the sign for name is, and then you can spell your name. Me, I can spell Giada, but you can spell your name, so you can say my name and then spell your name. There is no ease of R in sign language. Or and if you want to ask her what's your name, that's funny because for us Italian, Diane, is very easy. So how do you ask somebody? So if it's your name, you say me and then name and then you spell your name. If you want to ask it, very easy. You say your name. What's your name? So Italian, they do this all the time without even knowing. Said, what's your name? We do it all the time. What's your name? So deaf people, I think, will have no difficulty to come and travel with us because they can really understand Italian. So today was a special program. I was happy to have you all with me. It's also Red Roses Day. Diane told me this morning. We are all very religious here at the Giada Life. I do believe in all the saints. And so Santa Teresa, I think I saw Bob and Mary Lou with us. Yes. Bob and Marilu are also devotee di Santa Teresa, and every time Saint Teresa does a miracle, she appeared with red roses. And today, which is the sign for today, is Red Roses Day. So this is the sign for red, and this is the sign for roses, when you smell the roses. So it's today, it's Saint Teresa Day, and actually a couple of miracles happen. I see also Soraya for the Netherlands appearing. I'm coming to the Netherlands. Maybe I can see you. We can go somewhere and see each other for a coffee. I haven't seen you in ages. So this was a little bit the program of today. I always call this kind of program because normally I talk a lot about traveling and food. This is just I call it a program about the Jerry Seinfeld episode, where I talk a lot and I sing some songs. So guys, now it's almost the end of this one. Soraya said yes. I see also Jenny there. So I'm gonna be singing a song, and then I'm gonna be working on my songs from the movie, because we have all the arrangement written and I need to learn of the song. It's gonna be an amazing show. And did the lady respond if a red Lambo was close to where she was? There was a lady from California.
She's south of Los Angeles.
Oh, you're south of Los Angeles.
43 miles from...
How much is 43 miles, JJ, in kilometers?
60 kilometers?
60 kilometers, you can make it, right? And by the way, many of you were asking last week, do we need to buy tickets? Actually, believe it or not, Red Lambeau, you don't need to buy tickets. It's you have to reserve your chair, and then of course it's going to be a donation. So everybody can donate to the theater, not to myself, to the theater wherever they have available, and you can enjoy a concert. It's going to be with a 15-piece orchestra, and I will take 4 rhythm sections from New York City. So it's going to be a nice orchestra. We're going to be doing the theme concert songs from the movie. So Evergreen of Barbara Streisand is there, but so many beautiful. Smile of Charlie Chaplin, Skyfall of Adele, Somewhere Over the Rainbow is going to be there, A Million Dreams, of course, for a couple of years back, 1,000 Years, I know many of you love that one. Many songs, all the songs, you're going to know each and every one of the songs. I'm going to leave you today with a song that I love to sing every time I think about COVID and about all the blessing I have in my life. It was written in 1961 by Ben E. King. And in 1961, of course, I'm talking about Stand By Me. It's been recorded by so many people. And I'm always say, everybody if we stand next to each other, we are strong enough, no matter how tough the world can be. If we have friends, if we have family, if we have somebody that loves us, we are blessed and we are cool. I want to say hello to each and every one that was there. I couldn't even see, I think my whole circle of love was there. So all my circle of love, you guys, you know who you are. I love you with all my heart, and I'm always blessed to have you here with me. So I will sing for you this song. Stand By Me. Thank you for always being with me, and let's sing this one together. And I hope some of you can make it tomorrow to Love Song Sunday, where I really have more time to see who is there, and I think everybody's there, right? I couldn't see your name. Guys, I love you. Stand By Me. Sing with me if you know the lyrics. Here we go. I do a very special version of the song. It's a little bit slow. And for all of you that are blessed in your life. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tremble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand
stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Wherever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. For sure, each and every one of you has stood next to me through the whole COVID. I mean, too many names to mention, but guys, I love you all. Raise your hands is another sign that we have learned. You have it also on the back here with me. Means I love you, and I really do love each and every one of you. I want to welcome, and I hope you enjoyed the episode, to all the people that were here for the first time. Thank you for joining our circle of love. Love to all the one that have been with me since day one of this crazy Giada live during this COVID-19. I'm going to see you tomorrow for a lot of music and love share. Remember, love no share is love going no places. So tomorrow we will share love and music all together. I see you, all of you. I see Bob, Mary Lou, Diane, Sal, Catherine, Soraya. Soraya, you should join there. Catherine, I see. Richie, I was talking about you. Maybe you have to go to Abbey Road by yourself to film for me the orchestra. Debbie is there. Debbie Block, thank you for being with me. And each and every person, Gina, I'm singing with you. Thank you so much. JJ, can you scroll there? I can see who else was there. Who else was there? Go down. I see Debbie Block, Alfonso Cutil, Alfonso, thank you for being. James and Jenny, of course. I think who else was with us? Diane and Sally, Tracy, all the new people. Guys, I hope I'm going to see you again. Antonio, of course. Antonio all the way in Ireland. Jenny, Carol is there. Natalie Merano and Jay, you are new. Tony Rizzo, you are new. Jay, you're new. All people, so many new people. And Antonio, John, buongiorno, he said. I think Roger was with us. Alejandra, who is there? Many people. Guys, Frank, thank you for offering me to drive a car last week when I was trained with my car. Thank you. I got my car back. And thank you also to Roger for my car. What else? Mike Middleton. Mike is there. Ann is there. Cher. What else? Katie is there. Beautiful David Kedin from Tampa, Florida. Thank you for being with me. Guys, so many names. I'm going to read all the message and put my thumbs up. Lisa Mascari was with us. Lisa, love you, Lisa. And too many. I can spend another hour just mentioning each and every one of you. That's me. Guys, raise your hands. I love you. We are all connected in this crazy COVID-19. We've been able to stay safe and sane. I'm going to be seeing you all tomorrow, which is the sign for tomorrow, on my Patreon for Love Song Sunday. My dream would be that you all join me tomorrow, 2 p.m., Love Song Sunday. Go on patreon.com/Giada Valenti. We are going to have a lot of fun. Vanessa from Zurich, you should join me too. Whatever is going to be there, it's going to be a joy to see you. Raise your hands with the I love you sign. We're coming back to me, JJ, in a second. So raise your hands with I love you. Let's stay connected. And I'm going to be see you tomorrow for my Love Song Sunday. And if not, next Saturday here on the Giada Live. Love you guys, each and every one of you. You're precious. Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place. And I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, Dankeschön, Dankeschön.